The unlived life is a wound. This quote from famed psychologist Carl Jung points to a universal truth. We've all experienced moments, relationships, or even years that have left scars on our souls. These wounds don't always manifest in obvious ways. They can lurk beneath the surface, influencing our decisions, relationships, and overall well-being without us even realizing it. But Jung believed that these wounds are not a curse, rather a blessing in disguise. He saw them as the key to unlocking our deepest potential in achieving lasting emotional wholeness. In this video, we will explore how embracing our shadows can lead us to healing deep wounds, achieving inner peace, and living a life that is truly our own. So if you're ready to dive into the depths of your psyche and uncover the secrets to lasting emotional recovery, stay tuned. Now let's get started with No. 1. Recognize and accept your shadow. Our journey to healing begins with acknowledgement. Jung believed that we all have a shadow side, an aspect of ourselves that we tend to repress because it doesn't align with the image of ourselves that we like to project to the world. This shadow can contain our negative traits, including those that we consider unacceptable, undesirable, or even evil. As a result, we often find ourselves denying or rejecting parts of ourselves in an effort to conform to societal norms or to maintain the approval of others. But Jung argued that this process of repression only serves to deepen our psychological wounds and prevent us from achieving true emotional health. To begin healing, we must first acknowledge the existence of our shadow and accept that it is an integral part of who we are. Only by embracing our shadow can we begin to understand and work through the negative emotions and behaviors that cause us pain and prevent us from moving forward in our lives. No. 2. Confront your shadow with courage. Acknowledging our shadow is only the first step. We must also learn to confront it with courage in order to heal our deep wounds. Jung believed that the process of confronting our shadow can be challenging and even frightening, but it's essential for our personal growth and development. By facing our shadow head-on, we can begin to understand and integrate the repressed parts of ourselves, leading to a more complete and authentic sense of identity. However, it's important to approach this process with care and seek support when needed. Jung suggested that we can work through our shadow with the help of a therapist or counselor who can provide a safe and supportive space to explore our inner conflicts. Additionally, engaging in self-reflection, meditation, or other mindfulness practices can help us become more aware of our shadow and how it manifests in our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. By confronting our shadow with courage and seeking support when needed, we can begin to heal our deep wounds and move towards greater wholeness and authenticity. 3. Transform your shadow into a source of strength. Jung believed that our shadow can be a source of great strength if we learn to embrace and integrate it into our personality. When we repress or deny our shadow, we cut ourselves off from a vital source of energy and creativity. But when we bring our shadow into the light and learn to work with it, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and growth. One way to transform our shadow into a source of strength is to use it as a catalyst for personal change and growth. By acknowledging our weaknesses and flaws, we can identify areas where we can improve and develop. For example, if we recognize that we're overly critical, we can use that energy to become more compassionate and understanding. If we acknowledge our tendency to be lazy, we can channel that energy into greater productivity and self-discipline. Jung also believed that our shadow can be a source of creativity and innovation. When we embrace our shadow side, we open ourselves up to new ways of thinking and being. This can lead to new ideas, insights, and perspectives that we may not have had otherwise. By tapping into the creativity that arises from our shadow, we can find new ways to express ourselves and connect with others. 4. Cultivate self-compassion and forgiveness. In our journey to healing, it's crucial to cultivate self-compassion and forgiveness. Jung believed that we often carry around a lot of guilt and shame, especially when it comes to our shadow side. We may feel ashamed for having negative thoughts or engaging in behaviors that we see as unacceptable. But Jung argued that carrying around this guilt and shame only serves to deepen our wounds and prevent us from moving forward. Instead, we must learn to be compassionate towards ourselves and forgive ourselves for our mistakes. This doesn't mean making excuses for our behavior or giving up on our values. It simply means recognizing that we're human and that we're all imperfect. By cultivating self-compassion and forgiveness, we can free ourselves from the burden of the past and move towards healing and wholeness. Number 5. Embrace uncertainty and imperfection. The journey to healing also involves embracing uncertainty and imperfection. Jung believed that we often resist the unknown and try to control every aspect of our lives. But this resistance only creates more suffering and prevents us from growing. By embracing uncertainty, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and allow ourselves to be surprised by the unexpected. Similarly, by embracing imperfection, we free ourselves from the need to be perfect and allow ourselves to be vulnerable. Jung believed that vulnerability is a source of strength and that it allows us to connect with others on a deeper level. By embracing uncertainty and imperfection, we can loosen our grip on the past and move towards a more open and accepting attitude towards life. This can lead to greater creativity, spontaneity, and joy in our lives. 6. Live a life true to yourself. Finally, living a life true to ourselves is essential to healing our deep wounds and achieving lasting emotional recovery. Jung believed that we all have a unique path to follow, a journey that reflects our individual personalities and goals. But often we stray from this path and live according to the expectations of others or the demands of society. When we do this, we lose touch with ourselves and our deepest desires, and we begin to feel lost and unfulfilled. That's why it's so important to live a life that's true to ourselves, to embrace our individuality and pursue what we're passionate about. By doing so, we can find meaning and purpose in our lives and achieve a sense of lasting emotional recovery. Jung's wisdom offers us a roadmap to healing our deep wounds and achieving lasting emotional recovery. By recognizing and accepting our shadow, confronting it with courage, transforming it into a source of strength, cultivating self-compassion and forgiveness, embracing uncertainty and imperfection, and living a life true to ourselves, we can begin to heal the wounds of our past and move towards a more whole and authentic future. Remember that the journey to healing is not always easy, but with dedication and perseverance, we can overcome our challenges and achieve lasting emotional recovery. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like and share it with others who may benefit from Jung's wisdom. And don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content on psychology and personal growth. Thanks for watching.